previously. How's Gary?
Really unsure at the moment. He's getting a scan done this morning, so we'll know more this afternoon. But he's in really good spirits this morning when I saw him, and he's hoping to be okay. But we can't confirm anything until we get the scans done and get the result.
What would be the best case scenario for Gary Ablett's injury?
I'll play this week, I guess, would be the best case. Again, we have to wait for the scans until from there we can make a call. But fingers crossed he's okay.
So you've had a chat with him this morning?
Saw him this morning. Also Michael Riscatelli, both in really good spirits. Rish is obviously, he's got his head around it that it might be a long-term injury. But Gaz is quite positive, so he's got his fingers crossed that he'll be okay.
Just with Gaz, did he explain to you what he might have thought it was initially when it first happened?
He just said he went for a tackle and he felt it just sort of slightly, just come out a little bit of hyperextension sort of action, but he didn't. Once he looked at the replay, he actually said this. He looked at the replay, didn't look like much. So, as I said, he's quite positive. So fingers crossed. The scan shows that he's going to be okay.
Major blow for Riscatelli. It's looking like it's his ACL, which would be for the season.
Yeah, that is a major blow. Obviously, Rish has been really strong around this football club since arriving, both on field but also off field in driving standards and building a culture, and in many ways been the spiritual leader around this footy club. So if it is the worst case scenario, which we'll find out this afternoon, that'd be quite upsetting for a lot of people. But look, we'll get around him and support him and make sure he gets his rehab done and gets back into the fold as soon as he can.
What does this mean now for the midfield stocks for the Bulldogs game?
Again, Risha will be confirmed. Obviously, he'll be out, but Gaz is waiting, pending on his scan results. But what does it mean? It just means we've got the same mentality, and when we focus on the Bulldogs and have a look at what how they went yesterday against Richmond, and we'll also go about our game plan and the way we play. And injuries are a part of our game, and it is what it is. But we've got guys that are in form at our NEFL level, and we can bring them in and play them with confidence, and we're going to Cairns to win. Yeah, look, he was starting to get, his last month's been quite good, Gaz, but look, again, it's, he might play this week. We don't know. We just got to wait for the scan results, and his mindset has been like it is all season. He's been really positive and driving, high standards around the footy club. So, as I said, fingers crossed his results are good and he can get back out there as quick as this week.
Tuke Miller really stood up on the weekend. Yeah,
well, that's the opportunity it provides, doesn't it? Risha goes down the first 2 minutes of the game, and we planned that Tuke could play a little bit of time on ball, but probably not as much as the end result showed. But he had a really good game. But that's one game for Tuke now. He's got more opportunity to spend more time in the midfield. He's got to back that up, and he knows that. So as a second-year player, though, it was very promising.
And just on those guys in the knee pool, Jesse Lonergan looked a class above, and
absolutely
was really good.
Yeah, they're the two. They're the two that have put their hands up just through sheer form. So we'll get into those discussions tomorrow about what the team looks like. But they're doing everything right at this stage.
Just with Jesse mentioned there, he obviously did play in the knee pool. Did he pull up 100% with his? I know he had that slight case of glandular fever.
Yeah, he did. We've looked after him for the last couple of weeks to make sure that he's completely over that. He put up really well. So yesterday at rehab, at recovery, he felt really fresh, and today he's feeling really good as well. So that won't be the issue. It'll just come down to selection. His form was really good. So if he does get picked, we'll pick him with confidence, no doubt.
Peter Wright and Tom Lynch again were dangerous in the forward line. Peter Wright, he's just going to be. Do you think he's on track to be a megastar? I mean, he's only 19. Yeah,
look, he is. He's only 19. He's got a lot of upside. Both himself, Lynchy, and Sam Dame are working quite well together at the moment. But Pete knows exactly where he's at. He's still a student of the game. He's got a lot of work to do. But look, his form's been okay. That's 2 weeks in a row. So it is exciting. But he knows that he's got to stay humble and keep working on his craft and become a consistent footballer.
Bulldogs up in Cairns, they're the top 4 at the moment, but is there a slight feeling among the club that you guys have a little advantage being up in Queensland?
Yeah, record's okay up there. They overrun us last year up in Cairns in the last quarter, but they're playing good football, the Bulldogs. We respect that, absolutely. But we'll go and look at the tape on the weekend when they played Richmond, and Richmond played somewhat of a younger side, so they got within 10 points, and from all reports, the Bulldogs kicked the last 3 goals to win it. So make no mistake, as I said earlier, we're going to Cairns to win the game. So we've won 2 in a row, starting to build some confidence in our game plan. We're not probably consistent enough in our game plan at the moment, but we're building and heading in the right direction. But yeah, we're going to Cairns to win.
You might not know this yet, might be too early days, but Dion Prestia, do you know how he's pulled up with his sore knee?
Yeah, at the moment he's put up reasonably well. Yesterday we were a bit worried. He was at recovery and you know, he's a little bit restricted in his movement and throughout his knee. But today he's very positive about the way he's feeling. So as the week evolves, we'll get more of an idea how he's going to look for Saturday. But fingers crossed right now, he's probably more on the side of playing than not. So that's a positive sign.
Just finally, Jager O'Meara played 3 quarters in knee full.
Yep.
Is he still looking like he could have a senior game under his belt before the end of the season?
Yeah, before the end of the season, absolutely. If he keeps tracking in the right direction, as you said, he played a half previous week to the weekend just gone. Played 3 quarters on the weekend. This weekend we'll play a full game and we'll probably play a little bit more inside mid as well. So back to his normal position. But he's tracking perfectly at the moment. He won't be rushed. But if he continues on this path, he'll definitely put his hand up at some stage later in the year to play senior football.